I had my mic muted, so you should hear me now. Can you hear me now? It's always something. I was saying, how y'all doing, man? Happy Saturday to you. And I just knew I had everything straight this morning as far as having everything set up. Well, I'm doing pretty good. I overslept this morning. I had a meeting to go to this morning and overslept, and uh, that bed just felt too good, and it kind of slipped my mind. And so, other than that, I'm having a pretty good day here with the family. I'm gonna say something that Graham would say. Greg Blair tickets, bum hair. So we're gonna start off in Graham's way. I hope y'all week has been good. We're still recovering from the new year and the holidays. Oh, Nathan, I got it came in yesterday. I'm even scared to take this out of the plastic, man. This thing is the bomb. Let me show it to you guys. ESV. Uh, it's six. It's a 6 volume series, but it basically what it is the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible, the historical books, poetry like Songs of Solomon, and prophets, the Gospels and Acts, and Epistles and Revelation. I really like that breakdown. I really like this breakdown, man. Thank you so much, bro. I like that. That's what's up, man. That's nice. I don't even want to take out the plastic. It looks so nice and put together. But that's cool. So I don't even know how the print looks. Nothing. It's still in the plastic. I really appreciate that. I know, man. I know I'm gonna use it. I'm just it's just so nice. It's like I watched a program where Dr. James White he had got a Bible that was rebinded with goat skin. I don't know how goat skin feels and all that kind of stuff, but that's the kind of leather that was on the binding. And, he's over there smelling it and everything else and all that kind of good stuff. I don't know how often he uses it, but he carries it with him, so I'm pretty sure he opens it up and uses that particular one. So I will do the same with these. And the ESV is one of my favorite versions. I have the 3 that I've used in my life as far as consistently is the King James, then I went to the ESV, then after that the NASB, and I kind of been in the NASB since. Hmm. It's lambskin 500. Yeah, that's much for me. And I have you say calf skin. That's what's up. So I don't have any ones with different types of skin. I did want to look into that. Probably get one. Like some kind of skin that's nice. Some kind of binding that's nice. The closest I've had to any binding that was pretty good was when I was younger, and my mom had gave me a Bible with my name engraved on it. And I don't think it was leather on the outside, but that was about it. Lambskin sounds nice. Oh, really? They open flat. I might look into that. Because I didn't know. I didn't know the benefits of having that kind of skin versus the regular Bibles you buy in the store. That's interesting. So I know Waterbox Boy put on a picture about some bum hair, some Greg Blair tickles. I said tickets at first. Greg Blair tickles bum hair, and now Graham is here. Graham has showed up. He's in the building. What's going on, Graham? But I figured we could get into something. I was speaking about something yesterday. I went on Facebook and did a live concerning the post that I made, and I want to, we can talk about it. And if you guys want to have questions or anything like that, we can discuss it. But the church. Now, Nathan, you put on that post. You put on that post about the far as the church being for believers. I just think this is common. That's a common thing that people misunderstand concerning the church, and that is for believers. And though unbelievers are there, and though you have people who may, who just probably just come into church just to visit, and want to get a feel of the service, and want to see how the people are and all those things. Those things are true, that people are there, but the sermons are geared to encourage, to uplift, and to strengthen the body. And that's what it's meant for. Like, have you guys ever heard anything like that, or Graham or Waterbox Boy or anybody else that may be on that want to comment? Anybody else heard anything like that, or anything different from that? And I can't remember. Was it? I want to say it was Waterbox Boy who said he's from Scotland. So I was like, how is it over there? Like, is it like that over there? I think it was Waterbox Boy said he was from Scotland. Graham, where you from? Are you from the States, or you from out of state, or overseas? I would consider overseas. Oh, y'all both from Scotland. He had banged up a tree today. We live in the same town. Oh, that's what's up. Oh, that's right. I think you're okay. Did y'all go to the same school? I think I remember in the last stream y'all said y'all went to the same school together. So I'm pretty sure y'all live in the same town. I'm pretty sure y'all went to the same school. Yep, same school. Cool. So how's the thinking of that particular topic over there? Like, far as when it comes to the church, or have you heard anything like that before, or whatnot? Yeah. What about say? Oh yeah. Was that oh yeah to what Nathan said, or oh yeah to what I had asked? Oh, okay, okay. No problem, Graham. I was just saying how the teaching us when it comes to Christianity or the church is that, or the comment was common among people is, or at least over here, is that when it comes to the church, that is for, like, basically everyone. Like, they try to cater Sunday service to people who aren't Christians, but the church is for Christians. It's for believers. You know, like, even though there may be unbelievers that come to church and that sit in amongst the service, but the sermons and all those things are geared towards uplifting and growing the body. Have you heard anything like that before? Even if you don't attend, even if you may not go to church, you may have heard something like that or see stuff like that. All right, Waterbox. Have a good one, man. Glad you came on. Hey, man, Kate, what's up, bro? I want to ask you too, Kate. Why you in here, Kate? It's like that. I saw the video you uploaded. Man, that was banging, bro. That was banging. Did you still need that? I saw you had already put a thumbnail on it. Did you still need that thumbnail? Like, let me know, man, if you still need that thumbnail. Cause I figured you already have a thumbnail. I was like, you probably didn't need it anymore. But let me know. But that video was good though, man. And he's starting to get some recognition in it as well, as far as on that side too, CBN and all that kind of stuff. That was good. All right, no problem, man. The one you did for it was good, especially. I mean, the one you did was looking good. I know the idea that you had for it, but giving your style and how you go about doing videos, I think that was good for you, man. Ivan, what up, bro? No, it ain't surprising. It's all, but still, even though it's not surprising, man, it's still heartbreaking. You know that this is like the reality of how people think. Like, really, people think this way, and it's crazy. And that and it's funny, man, how even children can see something's wrong, like with something like that. And that's why they have to be pressed on, and and constantly taught the different, or like they have to like mold this into them to make them feel like it's okay. To buy things they see and making it look normal. Because that's how I felt coming up. Like, you know, abortion was like, hey, it's okay. I mean, it's normal. People do it all the time. You know, I never really thought about it being a life. Never taken never was really brought to me in that way. You know, just a way to get out. It's just a way to get out of responsibility. Now you hear Josiah in the background? Yeah. And I've been thinking about that too, man. Like, they have to, they have to grow up in all of this, man, by God's grace. And I was like, that's why we have to do what we can, man, to to teach them and train them as much as we can. That we don't have control over the outcomes. Only thing we can do is be faithful to what God has given us. Our children. Like, even though they're our children, they're not our children. Like, we are stewards over what God has given us, and He's given us these kids to teach and to train and to discipline and to grow. And you see, discipline, that's what I love about the gospel. Like, discipline isn't so much as like, oh, they disrespected me, but it's like the discipline serves a greater purpose to train them up for the Lord. What I'm saying, to have them understand the respect and authority, and then that fact that, like, I'm not gonna always be around, but God is always seen. Like, even though I may not be around when you decide to go chill with that lady, or all that kind of stuff, but God sees. So we train them in that way and discipline them in that way, and we just pray the Lord keep them. And He's sovereign over hearts. I know a lot of people don't like that word sovereign, concerning God, and He's God is not, He got your free will. You got your free will. Like, no, God is sovereign. He's sovereign over hearts. He says the hearts of kings in His hands. They're like streams of water in His hands, and He turn it whichever way He wills, or way He pleases. And that's a beautiful thing about God. And honestly, that keeps us from having to stress. My son gets mad when I discipline. He says, I'm not his friend. I said, you're right. I'm not your friend. I'm your father. Amen. I would say his too. That's it, man. Like, we gotta, that's our job, man. As fathers, you know, we love them, we care about them, we have compassion. We want to have fun with them and stuff. But when it comes to, sin, we gotta deal with it. And I wonder, like, how your son sees you. That's our heart towards God. Like immediately, like that's our heart towards God. Like when God disciplines us, it's painful. And if our mind, if we don't look at discipline the right way, we'll think God is mad at us or He hates us. If we're in Him, then He loves us. If we're not in Him, well, we need to, until then, the Bible says that if we're in sin, then we're separated from God, enmity with God, enemies. You know what I'm saying? So, but if we're in Him, then we're in His love, though we be disciplined. But if we have the wrong view of discipline, then we could assume that God doesn't love us because He disciplines us. No, He loves us. He disciplines us because He loves us. And that's beautiful. So our children may not understand that, but then that's how we look at God sometimes when He disciplines us. Amen, bro. Amen. And that's beautiful. We have to talk to. Like I remember when I was growing up, and I would get whippings. it wasn't like a teaching. It was like a teaching moment. It was like you did this, you get this whooping, and I go sit down somewhere. That was it. Didn't have those moments afterwards where I could really, and I knew why I got the whooping. Don't get me wrong. Like I knew I did something wrong. I made mom or dad mad. I'm getting the whooping. Like I understood that. But it wasn't the thing. But sometimes it may have felt like, man, they really don't like me because I was like, the way they whooping me. Because there wasn't no teaching moments in that, no talking after that. It was like, hey, you did wrong, you get whooping. You don't want this to happen, don't do the bad thing. So that was that. So I've tried to, in my training with Joshua and teaching him, and when I'm having to discipline him, I have incorporated talking to him and all those things. I make a point that if I'm, especially when it comes time to discipline him in that way, like, we do have a good talk. He understands the reason why. He understands I love him and all those things. He understands what has to be done. He takes his licks. I know some parents be like, or some guys be like, after they whoop their child. I know my brother, he was like, I whoop a man. I can't stand people, they whoop their kids and then they want to hug them and stuff like that afterwards. Like, you just trying to call them. I said, nah, I think it's the way you do it. Like, when I discipline Joshua, he understands he's wrong, but that don't mean I withhold my love from him. And so it's like I don't say him to him after I whoop him, then like sit him away for 15 minutes, and then I was like, okay, come on, give me a hug. Like, nah, I whoop him. And then after that, hey, come on, let's get a hug. I love you. Because that's what God does to us. That's what God does to us. If we're in Him, when we get chastised by the Lord, He embraces us. He doesn't just whoop us and tell us, go sit in the corner. You got your discipline, go sit in the corner somewhere. Like, no, He brings us in and He loves on us. He still gives us good things, even while we're in our mess. Because He loves us. And so, no, I want to communicate to my son that I love him. So even if I do whoop him, and who's wrong, he understands he's wrong. He's crying with tears in his eyes and all that stuff like that. He gets them whooping. He's, and then hey, come on, I love you. God don't like that. God doesn't like when you sin. You sinned against God, and God has to discipline you. God disciplines daddy when I sin. I have to discipline you. And He hears that. Now, I don't know if He fully understands all that right now, but He hears it. So, yeah, man. So what's going on with y'all today? I know I had mentioned earlier, like I had a meeting to go to this morning, a leadership meeting at church, and I overslept, slipped my mind, and I guess I was just really tired this morning. But I missed it. So for the rest of the day, I'm here with the family. We got some cleaning up to do. So I got to get a battery for my car. So that's another thing that's on my to-do list. I have to like charge my battery to start. So I got a few things I got to take care of. It's gonna be a busy day when I finish up here. But what you got going on, man? What's y'all plans for the weekend? You know, what you got going on? Chilling, dealing with this toothache. Be relaxing today. Well, that's good. You get relaxed today, bro. Yeah, man. Are you going to see somebody about the toothache, Ivan? My mother-in-law, she just had to have her tooth pulled. Her tooth was starting to swell and everything else. So she had to get it pulled. Like, so are you seeing somebody about it, or you gonna put something on it or whatnot? Yeah, I think my feeling came out. Ooh, I can't imagine how that feels. Like I think I've had a feeling before, but I don't. If it has came out, I wouldn't know. I guess I would know if my tooth would be hurting. But I had a feeling when I was my first feeling when I was 20, I think 19 or 20. Have a pair of pliers. I can. It says it's not too bad. Yeah, we'll definitely be praying for you, man, with that ache. And then, going to see somebody get the field back up again. And it's messed up. It's like, so the feeling comes out, and I guess you don't, like, it's so small. Like, it's so small that, like, you don't know where it went. Like, probably don't know when it came out. Or maybe you did. Like, maybe it would do it, like, feel like grit in your mouth or something like that if it falls out. Like, how would we know it come out other than having the pain? Or do it dissolve, or whatever the case may be, over time? I have no idea. You despise the dentist. I had a fear since being a child. Marlena, what's up? I'm dropping off my daughter. She's going back to school Monday. Oh, that's what's up. That's good to hear from you, sis. You can feel the holding too. That's a feeling I couldn't take. That's a feeling I couldn't take. I'll be messing with that all the time, just to know that it's a hole in my tooth. So like I said, I didn't even know I needed a feeling when I came to the dentist that time. I didn't even recognize. But sure enough, I had to get a feeling. So you try not to. I know it's distracting. Get to hear from you too. You're doing a live video. I'm trying to. Oh, I appreciate that, Marlena. I do. I tell your husband I said hello. Man, it's been so long since I seen you guys. I know it's been so long since I seen him. And it's been a long time since I seen you. Since I think the last time I seen you was when we were in evangelizing that night. That's been a minute now. But how's the family? And I think y'all, if I'm not mistaken, I know I try to follow if they're on Facebook. Yeah, you're expecting, right? So it's like it's gonna be soon, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I hope I didn't get you mixed up with somebody else. I'm flawed. It happens. I apologize if I did. But I think I remember you. I remember you saying you're expecting. Yes, great. Yes, I think I remember seeing the picture of you and him together, and you was talking about it. Yeah, yes, beautiful. My homie, had a friend of mine I grew up with, and he, me and him went to the same like church and everything like that. We was in this cult together, and we grew up together. We was in the same neighborhood together, and him and his wife, they just had their first baby boy, and man, he sent me all the pictures and everything, and it brought me back to when Josiah was born, and you know he was all anxious and stuff, and he said he can't stop moving. I miss them days already. I miss them days with Josiah already. That's beautiful, man. I'm happy for y'all. Congratulations once again. Yeah, if you do get a chance to watch the videos and stuff, yeah, please let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I try to do a live stream every Saturday now. So I do a live stream on Saturdays around between 12 and 1 o'clock, and then I do my podcast stream Wednesday evenings at 9 or 9 Eastern. So that's when that's why I try to go live. And so, man, like I was used to just recording them and putting them up. But man, my bro Nathan on here, man, has really been helping me out. He's helped me out over this since August or so last year, August, September. I mean, not around August, like coming out to the fall, around summertime. Man, like really helped me out a lot as far as giving me pointers and how to work these things, even helping with some of the equipment and everything. Like I really do appreciate it, man. Like that. So yeah, I've been doing live streams now, and it's looking pretty good. I definitely will, since I'm on the road a lot, especially today. I'll have lots of time to listen to basically most of your stuff. But praise God. That's what's up. Yeah, lately on the podcast, I've been reviewing an interview from Eric Mason on his book that came out. When I finish with that, my next topic on my agenda is gonna be dealing with a lot about abortions and stuff. And so, unless something else comes up, I see that's more. I ain't say more prevalent, but there's something that's like kind of like in the now that I may deal with. Then I will go there. But other than that, that's what's next on my agenda as far as dealing with next. And do a couple of videos on that. I still have topics that I want to do based off of my past and the code I was in. Wanting to do some videos on the teachings of those things, so I'm trying to think about that too, because like Nathan, you didn't know, but on that post that I made on Facebook, one of the guys that commented, the one that was going back and forth, yeah, I've been planning on doing a video on tithing too, Ivan. Yep, that's one I thought about doing as well. I'll do a short video. I probably won't do a podcast on it, but like a short clip video. But yeah, that guy who commented on that post, he claims to be an apostle, and his church does a lot of pragmatic things. That's he's like big on pragmatism. So I knew he would take offense to that. Well, I didn't know he would comment, but I knew he was one of the people that would touch. But he wasn't the reason why I posted that post. He just happened to comment on it. It was another pastor in our city who was posting about doing a giveaway for the New Year's service. Come hear a word from God and get a giveaway. You what do you say? You come hear a word from God and you may even walk out with a gift. Like, oh, that's gonna entice me to come to church. I'm gonna come to church. I ain't went to church all year long, but I'm gonna go on New Year's Eve so I can get this giveaway. Cause I really ain't worried about what you're saying. Cause if I was worried about what you're saying, I would have came if I would have been coming to church prior to New Year's Eve. But I didn't mean to go on a tangent, y'all. Sorry, didn't mean to go on a tangent. But yeah, he claims to be an apostle. There was another guy who commented on that same thread. All he said was, "Wow." He claims to be an apostle, and so like I plan on doing a few videos about stuff like that. Like, are there apostles today? Dealing with prophets and probably people who call themselves prophets and stuff like that. Like I'm gonna do videos on those things as well, because those are the sole reasons why I started Prescribed Truth, because of the teaching I was under, and that I know a lot of people are still under. I'm wanting to try to bring those things to light, and so I got a couple of those things on my mind as far as dealing with. I did a video on giving, Ivan. As far as false view, I think it was like false views of giving in the church or something like that. So I mentioned tithing briefly. But I didn't go deep into it. But you're the third person after watching that video or even dealing with that video, the third person to say, hey, do one on tithing. So, that's one of the ones I do have in line. You were stepping on people's toes. Yeah, and I knew that would be like a little step. I knew that would be so, but it's like I really wanted them to think about it. Because the post I made was something like trying to get people to come to church, using giveaways to get people to come to church is as if Jesus wanted people to come to him for the fishes and loaves. Which that's not the case. Like Jesus didn't want people to come to him for the fishes and loaves. He's the Messiah. The fish and the loaves was to show them that he's who he is. To trust him, to come to him. But they came for the miracles. So the guy comments, he's like, well, Jesus, he used miracles and stuff like that. I'm like, well, yeah, of course. But that's, but even Jesus himself said that people came to him for the miracles. Like, you come to me for the miracles. Like, you didn't come to me because you want me. You come to me for the miracles that you see. Like, he rebuked the people for that. So obviously that's not the way to try to win people, is using perks. The reason why Jesus performed miracles and all those things, not so people can be perked and to come to him. He showed the miracles so the prophecies would be fulfilled, that he is the Messiah. Because one of the prophecies of the Messiah was that he would come with healing in his wings. And he healed people, raised the dead. Yeah. He fed them. They was there for a long time, but it was a miracle he performed. Yes, he fed them because he's being considerate of them. They was there for a long time. They needed to eat. All they had was the 2 fish and a loaf. The 5 loaves, whatever the case may be. And he fed them that way. Now, the miracle in that is that he fed all those people with just that many. As far as what they would say, the miracles performed. Everybody was fed, and the Bible said they were full. Like, they ate what they ate, and they were filled. Like, that's amazing. I can see they may have like a little taste of like, okay, well, they got a little fish sandwich and they okay, but no, it says the Bible says they were full, they were satisfied, they were good. It's strictly for the Levites because they had no land. That was how they paid, by working in the temple for the children of Israel. Amen, bro. That's it. And also too, to think about it too, like Israel was a theocracy. Like, that was basically Israel. The tithe was basically Israel's tax by them paying their taxes. That's what they did. Out of their income, they paid taxes. And that was how the Levites survived, or they lived. So true enough, bro. So, yeah, and I want to get this note now. Because the Bible does say that every man should give according to what he purposed in his heart to give. If a person wants to give 10% of their income, that's fine. I won't discourage somebody for wanting to give 10% if that's what they set in their heart to do. What I want to dispel is the notion that people are cursed if they don't give 10%. I've heard pastors make a point to say, you tithe off the gross, not the net. So they do that so they can try to get more money out of people. They try to skin the sheep. And so yeah. So yeah, that's what I want to if I do on the tithe, then that's what I want to do it on, as far as that notion. They killed me with that. I even had pastors talk about and the pastors today who still do it, talk about first fruit offerings and even sin offerings, man. Like my pastor, when I was in the Codan, we paid him sin offerings, y'all. Like when we sinned, like if we got caught fornicating, we had to come with some money. And he went to the Bible. He used the Bible. He's like, they paid a sin offering. Like when they committed sin, they came with an offering and brought it before the priest. And the apostle was our priest. And so, hey, we sinned. Shoot, come with that money. I remember coming to him with $50 because I know I sinned. I slept with this girl and I was like, I got caught. I was like, here you go, apostle. Man. He said you be broke. Well, I guess because we picked our sin. Like it's the thing we didn't have a true understanding of sin. We did not have a true understanding of what sin is because our idea of sin is stuff that you do physically, like those big things like adultery, fornication, stealing, lying, even. But we didn't look at sin as being a product of the heart. And so we would never look at lust as being sinful. Like if I was lusting at a woman, if I saw a woman and I desired to sleep with her, well, I figured as long as I don't sleep with her or try to make a move towards her, then I'm a good. As long as I don't do it. And when it came to stealing, I mean, I may want what you have, but if as long as I don't touch it or take it, I'm good. And so we never understood that covetousness is in the heart. That lust is a sin in the heart. Like we didn't know that. We didn't understand that, and that wasn't taught to us. So when we would be broke if we understood sin that way, but we didn't. And I don't know if the pastor did too. I don't think he understood sin in that way. And so yeah, we were just giving money. Basically, the only time somebody paid some money is when they know they slept with someone. Because I mean, people lied, and as long as you ain't there to pick it up, that's all right. But it can get back that you slept with somebody. And so that was that. Yeah, man. My mind is a terrible thing. Hey, man, bro. Hey, Josiah fussing. What? 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 You can't come on the show. You can't come on the show. Nah, we couldn't do no IOUs. Let me go get this. Let me go get this little man real quick, y'all. Hold on a second. What, boy? You see him? You see him doing something? Keep on. Got food on your face. Is is this show and look, man, I'm trying to reclaim my show back. He probably was, man. He probably realized what I was doing. He said, "You over there recording? You live, and I ain't over there." So y'all don't know, this is Josiah Jamal Bandy, and my boy. Nah, not today. Yeah, that's how he was like. He gonna try to take over in a few. He said he let you slide. Hey, I wonder how I got away with it last week. Cause he was just as cool. He said, nah, bruh, not this time. He like seeing himself on the camera. Oh, yep, that's what it was. That's what it was. And Nathan said, "Hey, say hey." Brother Nathan said, "Hey, hey." All right. Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it. You see how he be hitting me? I believe he do that. He try to go ahead and get all his licks in before I start whooping his butt when he get older. So he's like, well, let me get my pats in now. So that's what he don't do. He don't do that to nobody else. Hey, Ivan, I don't know if you know, bro. Like, it's funny you said JoJo. That's my that's a family nickname for him. I don't know if I even told you that. That's what's up. Yeah, I'll call him JoJo. You know, I prefer Jamal because that's his middle name and that's my name. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's either Jay or just gonna call him Jamal. And it would be something if I would just set him on the chair and let just walk away and just let him sit here. Yeah, I bet y'all have some interesting conversations. I bet you that much. Just if you don't tear up the microphone and mess with the keyboard. And all right. Nah, it's fitting. Yeah, it's fitting. It is. I don't give him too much slack. You see you? That's another thing too, man. I like about doing this ministry and stuff. Like I want my kids better when they grow up. Like my oldest Joshua, he gets excited when he sees me on YouTube. Like he goes on YouTube, and one time he pulled up one of my videos. He said, "Dad, you're on the YouTube." I thought that was cool. So I hope as he gets older, these videos that be on there, he can hear what I believe more so. He'll hear it here, but to see it online and stuff like that is, it's also encouraging to me. All right. Well, I got a little man now. He has to be changed. Probably one of the reasons why he was fussing over there. Hey man, got to go. All right, Nathan. I'm finna head out. I'm finna head out too. God bless, brother. Yeah, I'm finna go. This little man gotta be changed. So I'm try to get started on the day. I thank y'all for coming on, man. Love you guys. Grace and peace, and we'll talk soon. See y'all later. Oh, and Josiah says bye too. He says bye too. You happy? You happy? That'll do. That'll do. All right. All right, y'all.